What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz as I slide my chair closer to the microphone. That's right. Oh, it's a Saturday. Lovely, lovely Saturday. You guys going to Home Depot, Bed Bath & Beyond today? Yeah. I don't know if there'll be time. Crazy Bed Bath & Beyond clothes. Mind-blowing. Anyways, I know you guys are really interested in that and silly shit. We're talking recruiting. I know I'm all over the place with the recruiting, but we're doing it like 5 days a week now, 4 days a week, some weeks. We have so much going on. Today we're talking 2024 though. Man, I got a couple little quick updates. My guy PC always says bad news first. So this is a heavy dose of bad news first. Everybody woo-saw that shit. Do whatever you got to do. You know, some breathing exercises, Lamaze classes, whatever. Here we go. Recruiting. Now, just remember there's good news after this initial part. So that's what she said. All right. Transfer update. So the Buckeyes were in the last final six for UAB safety Jalen Key out of the transfer portal. Last week he visited Bama and FSU. He's from Tallahassee. Keep that in mind. Scheduled his visit to Columbus, then canceled it after visiting Alabama. Instead, he commits to Alabama on Friday. Not a big surprise. That panhandle area of Florida, and you got Alabama over there. This is a lovely geography exercise with my hands. I'll leave that alone. Don't you say it. Anyway, not a surprise he stayed in that panhandle area with Alabama or Florida State. So not a major loss. Not sure we were ever in on him hot and heavy anyways. So this one's going to sting, though. We talked about five-star wide receiver from Florida, Jeremiah Smith, Shamanon Madonna prep. Current Buckeye commit. Been recruiting for the Buckeyes hard. We talked last time that he locked in a visit to Florida. Yeah, I know it still hurts. It still hurts. I'm not trying to jab you in the ribs, but here's another punch to the face, kick in the nuts. He just locked in a Georgia visit. Yeah, official visit. So Jeremiah's got 3 official visits locked up. One with us, coming to Columbus, one with Georgia now, and then Florida in June. I'm going to say it again. When you're recruiting South Florida kids and they commit to you, it just means you're in the lead. Unfortunately, it's true. This NIL world definitely gets guys looking in other directions. Nobody just commits to a school for the education or the, tradition, the putting on the scarlet and gray, playing in the shoe. So don't go at him on Twitter or social media. Just bide your time. I think it's going to work out in the end for us, because where else would you play receiver? You're not going to play receiver at Florida or Georgia. They do not develop receivers. We have like NFL draft to back us up. So, all right. Now on to the other news. Top 30 prospect defensive end Dylan Stewart. He'll be visiting Miami soon and some other SEC teams. He's a 5-star, very highly coveted, 6'5", 235, number 2 edge rusher in the country. He's took a lot of visits this spring, was all over the map, all over the country. Most recent one was to Oregon for their spring game. This weekend, he's visiting Miami again. He's going to Tennessee May 29th, so in a couple of weeks. Right now, he has official visits set to South Carolina, Ohio State, and Georgia in June. He's not planning on committing anytime soon. This is definitely going to December. No doubt about it. First weekend of June, he has his Georgia visit. Then Middle of the month, June 16th, is the Ohio State visit. And then the last weekend of June, he goes to see the Cox. Why is South Carolina in this list? Another WTF moment. What the fuck? Anyway, Shane Beamer. Who knew? Anyway, at South Carolina, he was talking about how he would be used as an off-ball linebacker. So he would blitz, drop into coverage, rush the passer, defend the run. So not like a 4-3 edge rusher traditional that we use at Ohio State. So very different. He did have a quote here about Coach Johnson. He said that Coach Johnson's really passionate about getting me, things he showed me about what he wants to do with me while I'd be there, and being developed by him stand out. I told him that I don't want to be a one-trick pony. So he showed me everything they would want to bring me in to do. He showed me how I'd fit into their defense. So, yeah, you're not going to be a one-trick pony, dude. Now, you got to also remember Alabama, Michigan, and Penn State are in the mix. So he's got a mix of South and Midwest here, like most high-end recruits. After he does the official visits, he's going to take some more visits in the fall for game day experiences. So this guy wants free tickets to a game, sideline passes, which isn't a bad thing. I wish if I could get him, I would, like we all would. Stewart also said he's going to take official visits to Oregon, Miami, Alabama, and I had Miami in there twice, along with the three I just mentioned with South Carolina, Ohio State, and Georgia. But I think those three teams, the Cox, the Dogs, and the Buckeyes, are the three leaders if you had to pin me down right now, and I dare you to. So it's going to be a long recruitment, but, that's the way it goes. We can't lose out on another pack of three edge rushers again. So can't have it, can't win with it. Let's talk Marc Nave, offensive lineman and Buckeye commit. He's working on his versatility here going into his senior year. Right now he's the lowest ranked of Ohio State's 4 offensive line commits in this class. He spent most of his high school career playing guard, and that's probably what he'll play at Ohio State. But for his senior year, he's looking to play tackle because they have a need for an outside guy. And he's a quality dude that will do that for his team. He's been reshaping his body and learning the differences of playing on the edge. A few months ago, he was 330 pounds. He's been cutting weight. He currently weighs 318, so doing well there, and trying to get down to 300 before the season. So he probably wants to trim all that baby fat like Coach Mick would do to him, and then put on some good muscle in there. He does have the athleticism to play tackle, so this isn't an unusual move or out of left field move. Remember that Under Armour camp, they had him line up at left tackle. He wasn't comfortable there because of the weight issue, I think, at that particular camp last Sunday. So he's adjusting to the timing of blocking defensive ends as a tackle rather than blocking interior, D tackles as a guard. Learning that timing, when to strike and when to punch, because the guys there's so much more space, with a D end coming at you as a tackle, as opposed to being inside near the ball and a D tackle is just like smashing your face. You don't have a lot of time to think, but on the edges, got to be more nimble, more active, and you got a lot more space to make up. So Nave says he also expects to play some snaps at center this year. So that's good for the Buckeyes. Probably he'll play center and left tackle, depending on who they're playing. He said that if it's a really big game, I'll probably have to play tackle. If it's a blowout, they'll probably give me some reps at center. While guard is still his favorite position, of course. He knows the experience of playing all across the O-line will help him when he gets to Ohio State in 2024. We know Justin Fry loves his O-linemen to be very versatile, which most O-line coaches do. They don't want to pigeonhole a guy and say he can only play this one spot, So at Ohio State, he'll probably play guard, or he could even play center. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So Marc Nave said that he's never been a big believer in camps, so that's why he's got the shitty low rating. He's like 3-star, number 597, according to 24/7. So, but now he's going to start doing more camps, work on that, lose the weight, get more comfortable. And he believes that you can, O-linemen don't really show how they function, how they operate, unless they're in game wearing pads, not in a t-shirt and shorts. Mark said that his strengths are being athletic, covering guys up, being a real smart player, seeing different types of stunts and blitzes, and that maybe other offensive linemen don't see those, or even players in the backfield don't see those. And he said, I can call out that type of stuff. So to get everybody communicating on the same page. He had a nice comment here about Northwest Ohio. He said, Northwest Ohio is really slept on. Preach. Rep the 419 because of Northeast Ohio with all the success going on over there. So sometimes guys like us just got to remind them there's a lot of players up there. It's a lot of great offensive linemen and defensive linemen in Northwest Ohio. And so just being able to go against those guys all the time really sharpens each other. That's right. Iron sharpens iron. He's learning quickly. So he's helping the Buckeyes recruit for this 24 class, of course. He likes to keep those conversations private. He's not a very outgoing, talkative kid, but he talked about his relationship with the Armstrong twins. He said that we all grew up Ohio State fans, kids from Ohio. It's almost like we clicked naturally. So, yeah, it makes sense. Bonding over the Buckeyes. Buckeye bonding. All right. Last guy I want to talk about is Terhyon Nichols. He was offered last Monday night by the Buckeyes. He's a 6 foot, 180-pound, 4-star corner, number 9 in the Buckeye State, number 29 at corner rankings in the country. He is the 11th in-state offer by the Buckeyes in this 24 class. So after almost a year of developing a relationship with Tim Walton and the Buckeyes, as a young player, he grew up in Ohio. He's been working hard to catch the attention of the Buckeyes. And Monday night, that work paid off. He got his phone call he's been waiting for. He has more than 30 offers from other programs like Michigan, Notre Dame, Penn State, and most of the Big Ten. Buckeyes did patiently wait. And Ryan Day saw him Sunday at the Under Armour camp. And then Tim Walton saw him up close last Thursday. Let's see, that would have been a week and a half ago, not this last Thursday. Anyway, they had a Cincinnati area recruiting combine. So he said that, quote, Coach Walton has been transparent with me throughout the process. He told me he wanted to build up our relationship and that we would work toward this. He's been on campus. Nichols has been on campus 6 times already. He's seen games, practices. Most recent visit was late March, so he got to see spring practice most recently, and has a June official, or not set in stone, but either an official visit or a camp day. So you get to see the facilities and stuff when you go there for a camp, I assume. At least for him. He said that it's the same approach from here. I'll still need to evaluate the coaches, the academics, and the environments of the places I'm considering. So smart kid, covering all the bases, not just worried about wins and losses. So that's all I got for you today. That was a lot of recruiting stuff, a lot more to come. We'll talk some 2025 guys soon, a ton of guys getting offers across the country. So I'll bring that to you very soon within the next day or two. So don't forget, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube Live. Hit the subscribe button and the bell. And then we'll do our Buckeye Rush Hour, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4:30. Lock it in. You lock it in. All right. Talk to you guys later. Go Bucks.